Disney CEO Bob Chapek talked about when we might see the Disney Cruise Line sailing once again.
Hey guys, it's KJ,
John,
and Winnie from DisneyMomLife.com. Welcome and welcome back. If you like today's video, please
give it a thumbs up,
subscribe if you're new,
ding that notification bell,
and leave us a comment. And John, what are we talking about today?
Well, there's some big news in the Walt Disney Company. Earlier this week, the company had its annual shareholders meeting, and there were some big announcements around some major openings. Since many of you came here for cruise news, we'll start there. During that shareholders meeting, Disney CEO Bob Chapek talked about when we might see the Disney Cruise Line sailing once again, and he seemed at least a little optimistic that it's possible that we could see some sailings before the end of 2021. Now I know for some of you, you were hoping maybe we would see boats on the water by, I don't know, summer of 2021. That seems maybe a little bit optimistic, but if we can have Disney Cruise Line back sailing again by the fall of 2021 and by the holiday time when, you know, kids are off from school around Thanksgiving and the Hanukkah and Christmas holidays, that would be pretty cool to have Disney Cruise Line back in action end of 2021. Disney, as well as the other major cruise lines, are still waiting for guidance from the CDC about when it will be safe to sail. There is some speculation or talk that cruises longer than 7 days may take a longer time to come on board rather than the shorter variety cruises.
I think fall seems realistic. I agree with John. I think that the summer does seem a little bit optimistic, still a little bit too soon based on just what's going on at the time of filming, like in the world right now. I think Disney will need to see how things progress. I also think Disney will not be the first cruise line to go out. Just like with the theme parks, Disney was the last theme park to open in Florida, obviously not California. So I would imagine that the cruise line would follow suit. And you know what? It's probably for the best for Disney. Let the other cruise lines work out the kinks and let Disney learn from them. I'm sure without fail, the first cruises that go out will have some growing pains. Again, it all remains to be seen as time goes by.
As was highlighted in the shareholders meeting, some of the things that will determine whether Disney can sail in the fall, case numbers. COVID case numbers are a big deal. So depending on where we're at in this pandemic and what the case numbers look like in this country, that will depend on if the ships will be able to actually set sail, as well as the vaccination rate. At the time of filming, the vaccination rate has just surpassed 100 million shots being given out. By the time the fall comes, a majority of the country could potentially be vaccinated at that point, thus making it possible for the ships to leave port. It will be interesting to see if, when sailings do happen, if vaccination is something that's required to board the ship, or at the very least prove that you have a negative COVID test in the last 24 or 48 hours. I think you will probably need one of those to board a cruise ship.
I could see that happening. I feel like it would be difficult for them to force you to be vaccinated. That's a personal choice, so I don't know. Having the negative COVID test makes more sense, at least for right now. The other thing to think about is capacity. I'm wondering what they will open with. What will be worth them to open? Is 25% worth it? Probably not. I feel like 50% would probably be the lowest number they would go out with.
So while when the Disney Cruise Line sails again is a little bit up in the air and a little bit of a moving target as far as a date, one thing that Bob Chapek did say is still on schedule is the maiden voyage of the Disney Wish and the Triton class of ships altogether. So the Disney Wish is still set and still scheduled to set sail in the summer of 2022, and Bob Chapek says that that timeline is still going to be met despite this pandemic. And who knows? Summer 2022 is still 15 months away. Maybe we'll figure out a way to be on one of those early Disney Wish sailings. If you've been following us for a while, we were supposed to be on one of those last cruise ships, the last one that was supposed to go out, or that did go out.
It was the last one that did go out.
Yeah, before COVID really hit. So since that time, we've been dying to go on a Disney cruise. So maybe we'll make the Wish our first voyage.
If you haven't seen our video on why we think you should book a cruise for 2022, make sure you check that out. But we have a lot of good reasons and a lot of reasons that apply to us.
Encouraging news regarding the Disney Cruise Line wasn't the only positive news that came out of the Disney annual shareholders meeting. As many of you may have seen by now, there is an opening date, or at least a targeted opening date, for Disneyland in California. California Governor Gavin Newsom cleared the way for theme parks to open in the state of California by April 1st or on April 1st. Disney is not going to use that as their opening date though. CEO Bob Chapek talked about late April as the target date for Disneyland. Disneyland will have been closed over 13 months by the time it opens again in late April. It is expected to open and will open with a reduced capacity, much similar to that of what we're seeing in Florida. No word yet on if they will try to still celebrate the 65th anniversary that was completely missed due to the pandemic. Who knows, maybe there'll still be some either merch or some celebrations. We'll get more info on that, no doubt, once an actual opening date is secured and announced. But it's exciting news because there's a lot to look forward to on the West Coast as far as Disneyland Resort. There is a new Avengers campus coming to DCA. Hopefully they've made great progress while the park has been closed, and Avengers Campus and the rides that will accompany it won't be too far away of joining what already is two great parks there in California.
Well, we know that they've been working on it somewhat because they filmed a clip of Tom Holland filming his part for the Spider-Man attraction. Similar to how Chris Pratt and the other cast members of Guardians of the Galaxy filmed for that ride, Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. I love when we have actors from the Marvel Universe in the rides. It's like you get to see them up close and personal, so very pumped for that.
Much like our excitement about the news regarding the Disney Cruise Line, we are equally as excited about Disneyland finally reopening. Once we get that reopening date, we will share it with you, but we've already been told it will be the end of April.
And hopefully they stick to that date, because I'm sure, like everybody else, we don't want to hear that it's supposed to be opening end of April, but then if we hear that the date gets pushed back, that would be a real bummer and a real setback. So fingers crossed.
And if it does open in April, it would be 9 months after Disney World opened in Florida. So it took a while, but it looks like the light is almost at the end of the tunnel here with getting all of the U.S. parks open.
So as always, we will keep you updated as we hear news ourselves, so make sure you keep an eye out for future news videos, especially for Disney Cruise Line, because I think out of everything Disney, that's what we're looking forward to the most, since, as we mentioned earlier, we just missed out on going on our Disney cruise. So keep it here for all the latest. And with that, if you guys liked this video, please
give it a thumbs up.
Subscribe if you're new.
Ding that notification bell.
And leave us a comment.
Winnie, you're gonna miss your part.
Come on, Win.
We gotta tell the good people.
Come on, we're gonna say bye.
See you soon.
Bye.
See you real soon.
Bye.
Yeah, you gotta get on camera though.
Wait. If you guys are excited about this news, or if you have any Disney news that we did not mention, please let us know in the comments down below. We love interacting with you guys and hearing what you've heard in the Disney community. And with that, we'll see you real soon. Bye!
See you at the parks, on the boat, or wherever Disney magic is happening.
Hopefully at the parks.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Hello. Want to say hi?
Hi.
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 Hey, guys.
Hello.
You gotta throw up the...
Work out the kinks.
Oh yeah?
Winnie loves to give us our shoes. And for the record, she knows which ones go with which.
Batista. Just say Batista. He goes
Okay, I'll just do Chris Pratt.